So, hey guys, good morning. Agnes here, and I'm here to discuss LexisNexis AU and LexisNexis PG, some part of it. And I would just like to show the screen. All right. So, just so we're clear about today's presentation, I've added the objectives, and of course, first one is to define what LexisNexis AU and LexisNexis PG are and identify the common errors that may be encountered when logging into these platforms, and to, of course, give you an overview of the usual searching assistance or common scenarios that we encounter, especially as tech supports, and provide tips that will make searching easier for customers and for us as well as support for the customer. So, as you can see, guys, what we have here is the library. It's a law library to be exact. It's nice. It's cozy, actually, cozy to me. And I just want you to imagine that you are like law students. So let's say, for example, your professor gave you an assignment to search for the last 10, for the last child abuse cases within 10 years. So let's say 2005 to 2015. And like I said, it's a really nice library, but imagine having to go through all these books, poring over these pages, just so you can search for those cases. Mm-hmm. Would you still be thrilled? Would you still be excited? Would you go run into the nearest library?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? So, because you might just end up being like this. Right? Not to mention that it's really time consuming and very tiring. So I myself wouldn't want to go through these trouble. Now, good thing we have LexisNexis, because LexisNexis has an online service that offers just the right service for our customers in the law industry. So first off, we have LNAU, or LexisNexis Australia. Charmy, can you read for me, please?
All right, Advanced Online Legal Information Service, providing you with in-depth, comprehensive, authoritative information from one trusted source. LexisNexis Australia hosts user-friendly search, technology, navigation, and functionality. With LexisNexis Australia, you'll be surprised at how quick and easy it is to access relevant and up-to-date information.
Indeed. So LexisNexis AU, simply put, is it's an online legal database, and it has thousands of information right at your fingertips in just a matter of seconds or minutes. Well, of course, we know that there's already Lexis Advance, but even before Lexis Advance, we already have LNAU, which already aids with customers' legal researches. Now, next, this is how the legal research platform looks like, and it can be accessed through this website or URL. And then next is LexisNexis Practical Guidance, or LNPG. TL Jill, can you read, please?
Sure. LNPG provides access to guidance notes, checklists, primary law precedents, forums, and excerpts from authoritative LexisNexis commentary. There's a homepage for each practice area that contains all the essential resources you need. The information has been written and compiled by our expert team of practitioners, so you can be sure it's definitive and current.
All right, thank you. So this is how LNPG looks like. And as you can see, yes, or no, I like to use the mouse to show
you want
the point.
It's
sorry. There you go. All right. So as you can see here, these are the specific practices. So for a lawyer who focuses on, let's say, business law, so they subscribe to us, and then when they access this one, that's the time that they'll be able to access it. And just what's stated on the previous, or the definition, they will have access to guidance notes, checklists, and precedents, depending on what they need. And this is really perfect for lawyers who have their specialty or a specific practice of law. error. All right, so let's discuss the common errors that may be encountered when customers log in. But first, let me just tell you that we have to bear in mind that there are two ways that our customers are able to access the platforms. One is IP fixed access or IP fixed connection, and then the second one is through user ID. Now, just to briefly touch on IP access, it's primarily used by large organizations like universities and state libraries, because of course we wouldn't expect them to have user IDs for each users. And what they need to do, it's always the IT who handles it. They're the ones who send us the IP addresses of the client, and then we just have to add it in RAT, and that's it. They should have no issues anymore. Now for user IDs, that's where we have really common issues. The first one is the incorrect username or password. So for this one, it's possible that the customer may have just forgotten the password. So what we do is we direct them to this link right here, forgot your password. When they click that, it will ask for the answer to the security question that they previously set up. If unluckily they are not able to remember that answer anymore, then that's the time that they will be redirected to a field wherein they can put in their email address, and then they will receive a temporary password. Now, if you're really unlucky and that's also not working, because sometimes it does happen that they will get an error that this link is not working at this time, that's the time that we access RAT right here. So we can just assist them in resetting the password. There are ways that we can look for the customer's account. What's best is to get the last name of the customer. If you're unsure about the user ID, one sec. Sorry, let me just troubleshoot that first. Yeah. There you go.
It's not cooperating.
Yeah. Where's your outside internet?
Just like Would you be able to access that outside?
Yes. Sorry, where's outside? Outside door.
So type it in internet. There you go.
Charlie, where is it?
Yeah.
And then it's the outside, right?
Yeah. So if you want, you just minimize it and then drag it over there. So
Minimize.
yeah, you just spread it and then drag it. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. All right. So just have a couple user IDs, but mainly this is it. So same thing for the customer. Once you see the user ID, you click it, and then it will present us with different options. So for resetting the password, just click on this one, reset, submit user action. Sorry, click it. All right, then you just have to make sure that this is the customer's user email address, reset password, and that's it. That should be good to go. All right, so that's it for incorrect user ID and password. Another common error that customers encounter is the ID is already in use. So we have to remember that each time we create a user ID, by default, the concurrency is just 1, because of course it's for the licensing issues. When for some reason the customers log in and they get this error message, it only means that they are still logged in. They still have an active session wherein for some reason they may have forgotten or they don't know. They just closed off the browser and opened a new one without signing out. So this is the error message that they will be getting. What we, by practice, what we do, just to show, of course, to show as well to the customer that it may be an issue on their end, is we ask them to clear cache and cookies. Mm-hmm. And if that's not going to work, that's the time that we go back to Rosetta and we do cancel session, submit user action, and then clear cache or strike count. Mm-hmm. Then if that's still not working, we can give them another link, which because I don't memorize the whole website, but if we sign out, this is it. This is the link that we send them. It's the sign off do link. Yeah, so it will force the site to show the screen and then they can sign in as a different user. And then it should ask for the ID and password again, and they should be able to log in. In some really complex issue that after doing everything and it's still not working, that's the time that we refer them to their IT, because it might be a firewall issue now or a PC issue. So it's best to let them handle it. Sorry, Charlie. All right. So this last error is not really that common, but just in case you get it, it just means, as you can see there, you do not have entitlement to any sources. Please contact your firm administrator or LexisNexis AU representative. Sometimes customers like go to other chambers or they change employers, but they're still using the old user ID. So they will get that error message because, of course, they're no longer that particular user ID is no longer subscribed to LNAU. So best thing to do is just check the customer's last name in red as well, and then you have to provide them with the correct user ID. If there's really none, then we can refer them to their RM so they can talk about subscribing to LNAU again. Right, so so of course, if they were successfully logged in, the usual searching assistance scenarios that we get are these: customer looking for a case, journal, act, commentary, etc. Unclickable citations. It can be a URJ citation or a case citation. Express search queries. Unable to find a source, and customization of my favorites. So have to this part may be a bit boring, guys, but let's do this. So if a customers really always call about cases, and they would know what they're looking for if it's a case. Sometimes they just know the case name. sometimes they know the citation. So if it's just a case name, you can go here, this left-hand side, and type in the, even just one party name will do, because it should automatically detect it. So that's it. And it should give us the link. Then you open this, because that's the sources case-based cases, and that's it. These below are what we call parallel citations. This one is the report that was sent out by the court. This one is the unreported judgment report. So we'll know that this is from the court because it says QCA, and from memory, I believe QCA means Queensland Court of Appeals, and then this is URJ. Now this one is an extra, but I think it was deemed important in some ways. That's why it's included there. And of course, they always go hand in hand with the other links. So it's they were included there. Now, if a customer believes that a link should be clickable and should be active, but for some reason, let's say for example, this one is not, or this one is not, then we have to check here. Let me just go back to what's next is the scope coverage. I believe you've already seen that. The scope coverage screen. There are two ways to access it. First one is from here and here, scope coverage. Yeah. So we can open it there. Is it opening? It did. Yes. So it's here on the other side. Yeah. And then you can control F. There you go. So as you can see, it's within our scope, so it should be active. The link should be active. That's the time that we reach out to the person, contact person. Yep, for cases that would be Shanglu. His boss now is Patrick Harding, so we suggest that we go to Shanglu first. Another way to, sorry, just to show you other ways to get that page. Here, you go to help, so that no matter where page you're on, you can go here. And then scope. There, so it should just open as well. All right. So, so those are two. So looking for a case and then clickable citations. Another one is express search queries. Do you know what the express search is? Very good. So there's some instance that when you click the XPLJ, sorry.
Yes.
You do know what an express search is, right?
An idea, yes.
Okay. So
Legal Express.
The express search button. Let me show you. Usually express search can be found from acts because express search links to the related cases commentaries. And so for example, let's just go to a random act. Let's say this one. Family Assistance Act 1999. So this is the express search button. Yeah. And let's click one. So, all right. So it would show us the related cases. Now, in some cases, customers will call because for some reason, when they click that express search button, it's not opening anything. It will just say application error. That's the time that we coordinate with the ETMS team so it can be investigated. Okay, another. All right, so that's for the express search queries. Unable to find a source. Just to give a tip as well, because most of the time, what the customers do, they go to source directory, and then depending on the title, let's say they're looking for building and construction regulations. So maybe they're having a hard time looking for it here, so they will call and say, I cannot find it. One tip I can give is to just look for it here. You can just go type building, hit find, and there you go. They will be able to access it now. And no matter if it's from Australia or from an international source, it will show up here. Unlike when you go to the source directory wherein you have to shift first from Australia to, let's say, United Kingdom. So that uses a lot of steps. So I would really suggest that you just go to source by title. All right. Go back. All right. Another one is customization of my favorites. Charlie, I know you already know this. Can you still remember?
I would have to check others maybe if I do that.
Okay. But let's say they want a title to be added in here. Yeah, I can go show more sources. And then I always prefer this one because it's easier. Sourcing by name or title. ABC of evidence, for example. And then we go, okay, continue. Should be here. Oh, second. No, sorry, yeah, this should be it. Add or remove sort shortcuts. If it's not yet here in these boxes on the left side, then we can find more sources and it will go back to that other page where you can add it. Where?
After 8.
I just go click done. All right. Okay, so all right, so these are just some of the most common issues that we get for LNAU queries. Do you have any questions?
Good. PL, you have questions?
None so far. Thank you.
Okay, because all right, before I go to the relevant SOPs, before we didn't have any SOPs actually. So thanks to Charmy here, we now have the basic searching assistance SOP, and
That's with your help, of course.
it's okay. And then the search terms that you can use are these ones, and so that's one improvement. One other thing that I can think of actually, and I've already raised this with Patrick Harding when he was here in Manila, is if it's possible that tech support have an access to that database wherein they're able to pull up documents that are for some reason not available in LNAU. Because what we do if the customer call and then say that I don't see this document, we replicate it and then it's also showing no document. We email them to ask for that document.
But why would it be not included?
It's something to do with the way they uploaded it online. So
Agnes?
yes.
Sorry, on that note, shouldn't we be escalating it to Jira as well? So that EPMS would be aware that such document is not or was not uploaded?
No, what we do is we reach out to the editor because they're the ones who provide us with the document. So in the meantime, we can send it to the customer immediately. And then if there's a need for it to be lodged in Jira, it's the editor's responsibility to log it.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Charmy, remember our talk with Steve yesterday? with regards to, okay, because the thing here is, yes, that is actually the most logical thing to do is to get the case from the
Yeah.
sources, which in this case are the editor. But the premise here is, and I guess the behavior that we need to change is that we need to inform EPMS because part of their role is for editorial, which stands for editorial, sorry, so that they can also be alerted that there are a number of cases that are not being uploaded in the platform. So eventually we may need to um, have everyone do that. So apart from liaising with the editor to get the case copy, we need to also raise a JIRA so that we have, at least they could actually see the number of cases that are not being uploaded, and therefore would eventually identify that there could be some loopholes in the process or what could have been missed um, during the uploading of these cases.
I think
Okay.
so. What we can do here is that, because our technical support team, we can proactively create that PMS ticket and probably just copy the editor, so that
Yes.
so just to make sure that that won't be missed, that part won't be missed, so
Mhm.
that in the future there won't be such issues. And
Mm, my concern with that is it will just be more of an FYI to the EPMS team if that's the case,
Yes.
because
Mhm.
the document has already been provided to the customer and uploaded online. So
Yes, technically that is correct. So it's more of just an FYI or a feedback that this case was not uploaded there, but therefore, it's also one way of the level two teams to be aware that there are cases or there's an increase in the number of cases that are not being uploaded in the platform.
right, so
Okay, so
it's
the
up.
idea there or the rationale behind um, that little tweak in the process is that for awareness and for us to get traction
Mhm.
for the editorial team to upload cases in a timely manner, in an accurate manner as well.
Okay,
so basically addressing the root cause of the issue.
okay.
And do you think Agnes, being the SME for the AU and PG platform,
Mhm.
do you think that's gonna be helpful in the long run?
Yeah, definitely, because if they see that there's a growing number of JIRA tickets
Mm-hmm.
that are being logged because of the
Yep.
same issue, yeah, definitely they would have to look into it. So yeah, I agree.
Okay. Cool. But other than that, I have no other questions
All right.
or comments.
Okay. So yeah, thank you guys. If there are no other questions, just let me know if you have other questions in the future.
Cool. Thank you, Agnes. That was a very eye-opening
Thank you,
demo.
Ian.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much,
Thanks,
Agnes.
Charmy.
Thank you. Bye.